Hello everybody, I'm Yolanda, aka Creative Mommy of Two, and welcome back to my channel if you've been here before, and welcome if you haven't. Today we are doing another whip and chat. Let me move a chair here, because otherwise I keep banging it. Today on the whip and chat we are again working on so many books, so little time. Let's see if you can see it. Zips. Come on. Here you go. This one is a Diamond Art Club and the image is by Randall Spangler. So let's get a section open, grab a color and let's start. Let's see. Let's start with the 9. Let's start with this. Let's start. Well, if you have seen the whip and chat I did last week, I'm going to say it again. If you haven't, I'll just explain. I am going to do this diamond painting and whip and chat in a little bit, well, time-lapse version, because I am diamond painting as I am filming this. The first part at least will be, well, me talking, so it can be a little bit slower. But once I'm editing this, I am going to get the voice part out of it and will time-lapse the video itself. So it can be that once you see me shake the tray, you don't hear it shake the tray, and once you hear the tray shaking, you don't see it. That is why. So that's, I think, the way that I want to do these, because I can do a section at a time, however fast or slow I want to do them, and then just move along. Yeah, and I can make it as slow or as quick as I need to be. So for me, that is at least the easiest way to do this. But enough about that. You're not here to hear me say how I am planning to do these things. You're probably here to hear me ramble. So, if you have already watched the part 1 of this whip and chat, well, series I almost want to say, because once I do these whip and chats, I am planning to use only this diamond painting, so you can come see it get to life. And if you have seen the last one, you might have an idea what I'm gonna talk about. It's again gonna be about the cat. I want to give you an update on how her surgery went. First of all, thank you for the well wishes for the cat. She is doing at least better. At least she feels better, let's say it like that. So, where to start? Well, at the beginning, obviously. Well, if you don't know, my cat had surgery last Friday. And it was to have some bladder stones removed. And the surgery went all fine. They removed, I believe my husband said, 4 or 5, like black stone kind of things. And if you hear that noise, that's Luna playing. Get to that in a moment. But as I wanted to say, they had to, well, remove some of those stones. They are sending them to the lab, if I'm not mistaken, to see if it indeed is the variation that, well, isn't wanting to resolve by giving medicine and all and that stuff. So we're waiting on that. But the vet said that it is quite possible that at least partially her urinary problems come from the fact that she's fat. Yeah, she isn't a small kitty. She is 5.4 kilos once we weighed her 2 weeks ago, and they wanted to at least bring her back. I don't know how far exactly, so we need to ask that when she goes for a checkup. But yeah, they wanted her to lose some weight. Is it not for her to get the condition under control? It's just for her overall health. But yeah, we know, we already know she was a little bit overweight. That's not a new thing for us. But they were like, yeah, what? It's getting worse every time. It is better to just make sure she's in a healthy weight. So at least that doesn't contribute to it getting worse. So yeah, fun things. Having 2 cats that are used to feeding around the clock whenever they want. With one being on a good weight. Luna is, what was she last time? 3-4 kilos somewhere? I believe around 3. She is, if you see her, a little, she looks big, but it's all fur and not much cat. When you hold her, when you want to grab her, you're like, oh, here are my hands on the cat, and then you want to grip her and it's like, ploop, you go in another couple of centimeters, like, hey, where is the cat? So yeah. So we got some different food for them. So Luna can eat that as well. It is a urinary version for sterilized cats because they most likely tend to get a little bit fat. And it also is a low calorie food. So basically she's on a low calorie diet. So yeah, we got that in, we ordered that Friday. Yeah, I believe we already did buy it Friday. We got it in today, which is, when I'm filming this, it is Monday. So yeah, we already got that in, mixed it up with the old food that was just the urinary food. So now they can transition to that food, and once they get used to that food, they can eat that, and we'll see if that works to reduce her weight. And for Luna, we also did get another food bowl because she is at a normal weight and we don't want to get her underweight. So yeah, that would not be good as well if she starts losing weight because, well, yeah, she's already light enough. So we now have a new feeding bowl that is technically a kind of locked bowl. I'll try to remember and put a picture up around here somewhere. it is a feeding bowl with a lid that once the cat gets close to it, it registers the microchip that they have. Well, in this case, she has. It can only register one animal. You can use this, I think, also for like small dogs. Not for the big ones because it's too low for it, but but it can just only register one, so that can be tricky because they're quite expensive. But basically, once Luna gets her head under there, trying to eat, wanting to eat, the bowl registers that it is her, and it opens up the lid and she can eat. It stays open as long as she is there, and once she is done and walks away, the lid closes again. If Lucien, the fat cat, will come to the bowl and wants to stick her head there to try to eat, it doesn't recognize the chip and doesn't open. So we hope that in that way we can feed Luna some extra treats and some wet food so she can stay in the weight she has to be. Because, well, we don't want her to lose the weight. And so, yeah, basically we will try that. And on top of that, we also got around to, well, kind of clean out the basement a little bit so we could reach the toys again. Because with our daughter, she was always wanting to play with the cat toys, and when she was too little, she tried to put them in her mouth, and yeah, not a smart thing to do. So we decided to put a lot of those away. And once she was a little bit older, she also wanted to pick up the bigger stuff for the cats to play with. So we kind of were forced to take it out of the living room. But basically that meant that the cats now have, for I think about a year and a half, had hardly got to use their toys. So now we are trying to put some up and encourage at least Lucien to try and play. Which she is enjoying. She sometimes gets the zoomies and bounces around like I don't know what. She already woken up our son today with her, well, it's like a fur ball with a bell in it. She was playing that hard with it that he was like, what the heck is going on? I don't want to hear this. And started crying. So I could run up, comfort him, yell at the husband that he needs to pick out these toys that are kind of, well, loud. So at least he could sleep. So I am quite curious how that goes at night, because the last couple of nights she had a fur mouse. Those faux fur, obviously, mouses that you can get at pet stores and stuff. I believe it was one filled with catnip. She loves catnip. She played with that and brought it upstairs to her bed. Start playing with it, thrown it off the bed, start playing with it there, picked it up again, and yeah. Not that easy if you're trying to sleep. But hey, you need to do something to keep your cats healthy, we'll say. So yeah. Now we're basically just trying to get the cat less fat. And we're still trying to keep the other one at the regular weight she needs to be. But if the food still makes that Luna loses weight, we will probably get another one of these bowls, even though they are like €100 each, which is quite expensive for a feeding bowl. But that way we can also register one to Lucia to give her the special feed that she needs. So she gets the low calorie stuff, and then we can get the one for Luna so that she gets regular feed so she doesn't lose weight. So at least that's the plan for now. It's just, well, a waiting game for a couple of weeks at least to see if it works not or not. So yeah. Kinda curious to see if it works or if it doesn't. Otherwise we probably need to, well, start playing time more often. And if that doesn't help, well, we'll need to figure something else out. So if you guys have tips to let your cat move without needing the like big cat wheels, because we don't have the space for them, I would love to. They look fun, but probably the kids would like to play in them also, but but yeah. If you have suggestions, I'd like to hear. Maybe you have some experience in that field. I don't know, you'll never know what kind of people watch this, so yeah. Next week on Thursday, the husband has to go back with her to the vet to have her, well, checked up, see how all goes, see if she even lost some weight by then. And hopefully by then they also know, well, the lab results, hopefully. And they also need to draw blood again to see if the liver or kidney, whatever it was, values have gone down with the surgery, or if we need to see what else she has. So I'm quite curious to see that. I hope it has gone down, because I just don't want her to have any other stuff, because yeah, she now has to take 1.5 tablet of, I don't know what kind of stuff it is. Well, if after surgery she needs to have that. I think it might be some antibiotics or something like it. Don't know for sure. I know it. Just know it's 1.5 tablet every day, twice a day. And then she has some painkillers. Because, yeah, still is a surgery. And it still probably isn't feeling well. Lucky for her, she didn't at least need a cone of shame. So yeah, luckily surgery went well. Obviously, she didn't feel like herself for the next 1.5, 2 days. But now she looks like she is kind of herself again. She's wanting pets, she's cuddling. She's sleeping on top of me again at night, which is kind of usual for her. But she didn't do right after surgery. I believe even Friday night she didn't even jump on the bed to sleep with us. So that's quite rare for her. And because she had the surgery, she probably did have, well, at least some kind of issue. with her control of the bladder because she was all wet and smelly at the back end. So that was not fun. But we also didn't want to intervene right away. Because yeah, like that you can, it kind of sounds gross, but at least you can see if she wants to take care of herself. Obviously, if she didn't by now, we would have just gotten a washcloth and cleaned her up, because probably she wouldn't have felt great either. But it wasn't that she was completely wet from top to bottom. So we were like, okay, let's just see for the weekend how it goes. And we'll take it from there. But at least from on the, I believe, night from Saturday to Sunday, she did clean herself and she is all nice and clean now. But yeah, in the meantime, we needed to change the sheets on her bed quite regularly because she still liked to lay there. But yeah, because she was kind of dirty, it wasn't fun. And I am not wanting to sleep under a cover that smells like cat pee. And luckily for me, and my husband obviously, our covers can be washed at 90 degrees. So we were like, well, not going to force her out of the bedroom, let her sleep somewhere else where she might even ruin like this the chairs in the living room because she wants to sit on there, and those you can't wash. So we now did for like the past couple of days. As soon as we went to bed, take off all the sheets and stuff that were on there the past day, throw them in the tub so at least they were out of the way, put some nice sheets on, and then went to sleep. And in the morning, get everything out of the tub in the washing machine and get it nice and clean again. To repeat the whole thing in the evening. But hopefully today is the last time we need to do that. So fingers crossed. Hopefully, they will be smell-free in the morning. And probably in the evening as well. But yeah, I'm glad she's okay. The surgery went well. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it stays away now. Because yeah, it isn't fun. So yeah, that was the not so little, let's see, 23 minutes of rambling on. Not so little update on the cat. So yeah. I'll try to remind to put a picture of those feeding bowls in somewhere. I'm not going to link them in the description because yeah, there's no need, because I don't know at what sites you can order them. We have them from a Dutch, well, I believe it's even a German site that sells, well, pet supplies, basically. But at the paperwork that was with that, the instructions came in quite a lot of languages, so it probably will be a more international brand. So I might be able to put the name of that stuff somewhere. I'm not sponsored by them, so no need to think that. But at least for now, I do like them. So we are thinking of getting the next one. If not for now, we'll want to get them for once the cats aren't with us anymore, or at least to have a spare one. Because, well, once these two cats are gone, we will get another cat. Well, probably cats, knowing us. But at least otherwise we just have a spare one for just in case one doesn't want to work or we find some wet food that Lucia can use. Because there is wet food that she is allowed to have. So yeah, we'll just see. Let's change the color real quick. If you see me reach with my pen a little out to the side, it is because my trash, well, cup, I want to say, is over there. So are you fucking kidding me? Oh, I did it again. I seriously did it again. No way. Ah. Oh well. Okay, and we're back. I'm absolutely not awake. That's for sure. Because for the second time on precisely the same color, I got the wrong color. I used 797 instead of 796, and I did exactly the same last week. Yeah. Is it noticeable? I could use some more sleep. Lucky for you, you don't even need to see it because, well, the beauty of editing. I can just cut that part out and just use the part where I am placing it at the moment. Well, that my voice gets recorded. Let's say it like that, because probably I will be at completely a different stage in the painting with the imagery, well, the video, let's say it like that, instead of, well, what I'm saying. Because I'm quite literally almost back at the beginning again. That was a waste of half an hour. So yeah, note to self, make sure I got the right color next time. Because I don't want to keep doing this, obviously. Because yeah, I do want to complete this section actually, the whole this evening. But I think I need to film a little bit tomorrow. Because I have about an hour left before it is time for me to go to bed. So I don't think I'm going to make it. So yeah, that was a waste. Oh well, I'm not the first and I'm not the last. You might have also had that happen and are like, yeah, I know the feeling. And why is it most of the times when you do that, it is on the big colors and not one you just need to pick out like 2 or 3. But hey, lucky for me, it was the first color, so I could just rip it off. So that was kind of a little bit of luck with it. But yeah, still rather not done it. But yeah, if I would have left it the way it was kind of noticeable. So yeah. So what was I rambling about before this happened? Oh, probably the cat. But I think I have said everything about her. So what else happened last week? Oh. I do not think much happened. Well, yeah. Our son is now trying to stand up and trying to get from point A to point B while he stands. So he's trying to pull himself alongside of the table and not always succeeding, so falling down and yeah, crying. But yeah, that's learning. So yeah, he's now most of the times not completely happy with his when I put him somewhere where he can stand. So most of the times I now need to put him just on the ground. But I also need to make sure that my daughter doesn't leave toys around that aren't completely baby proof. Yeah, and I need to be like a hawk. I need to keep my eye on him because yeah, we need, for the new feeding bowl we also needed to replace the old one. And with that came that he noticed it and was like, what is this? And directly put his little hands into the bowl. So yeah, I think we got him out of there like 10 times in 5 minutes, if not more. So yeah, that's not much fun, but at least it's fun that he is now trying to walk. He is still wobbly. And he is afraid of getting down. So while he is perfectly able to get up, he isn't that good in getting down. So he starts crying like, hey, I'm here. I want to go down. Now what? Help me. So we can go to him, put him down, and yeah. Most of the times, within a few minutes, he's back up again and it starts all over again. So yeah. Fun. But yeah. We are also at the point where we're like, well, as long as it's safe for him and he isn't in a place that is dangerous, yeah, he might fall. He might, well, put it that way, he might hit his head. He might cry after. But he needs to learn it some way that he can, well, sit down again. So we're now at the point where we're kind of like waiting until he finds out how he can sit back down. Not only he can get up. So hopefully he figures that out quite quickly. But seeing how it goes, it will probably be not too long before we can run after him because he can run. So that's a lot quicker than with our daughter. She did walk when she was at least over 1 year old. She was, I believe, 14 to 16 months, somewhere in that area. she could walk. She needed only to have like one hand from you, and she would walk from left to right and back and everywhere. But she refused to walk herself. Or she did like 1 or 2 steps and let herself fall down, crawl to the other side and get back up there like, nope, I just don't want to be that wobbly. I don't want to. I'll refuse to walk if I can't do it properly. And then one day she got up, walked to the other side of the room and walked back and rarely crawls again. Well, yeah, now she crawls because it's a game for her to crawl along with her brother. But normally she doesn't that often. So yeah, it's fun to see how, yeah, they both need to learn the same things, but how different it goes with every kid. Because like I said, she was like the type that, well, still is the type actually, that's like, I know I can do it, but I don't want to do it. And once I want to do it, I do it right away. Not going to half walk for like half a year. I just wait a half year longer and walk properly. So I am curious to see how he wants to do it. If he's like, I'll wobble along, or if he's like, nope, I'll just hold myself here and we'll go from there. But yeah, also for being like 8 months old, he knows how to make sure he gets what he wants. Because, well, yesterday evening, yeah, it was yesterday evening, my daughter had a little snack that he sometimes does get, but it was almost ready for his evening feed, so we didn't give him any, because it was like 5 minutes later he would get his. So we're like, okay, just wait with that. But he saw that she had it, and he crawled right up to her, and he tried to get it from her, and she was like, nope, mine. I am not gonna share. Which is okay, because most of the times when she has something, we explicitly tell to her, like, don't give him, because he is not allowed to have it. Because when she has her little bowl of grapes, which she gets when she's on the couch in the morning, well, we obviously don't want him to have it. So yeah, that was fun to see them interact. He was like all mouth open and like, I want to have it, I want to have it, and trying to grab it. And she did go the other way, like, nope, I don't want to give you, without saying it to him. It was kind of fun. But I think that was like actually one of the few things that did happen this week, because, well, yeah. With my son sleeping like 2-3 times a day, it's not that you go out much, and, well, yeah, still, lockdown, not going anywhere anyway. So yeah, there's not much time for something to happen. So yeah, hopefully it all goes over quickly so we can just go out again. So yeah, on that note, I am saying goodbye to you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, a great week, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.